Happy Monday. We are officially kicking off the week, and it is almost September, which is crazy. August 30th is the current date. So yeah, we are almost into September, which is absolutely crazy. But what we're going to do here today is we are going to keep this short and sweet. We are going to kick off your week, hopefully with a little Monday mindset. And we are going to be talking about the golden ticket, the golden rule. And that really has to do with patience, not giving up, giving it time. And I don't mean giving it time in a sense of not doing anything. I'm saying like we have to give it time, but we also have to understand that, a lot of people will just give up way too soon. And that's what we want to talk about here today. So that's going to be my little reminder for you today, but we're going to kick this thing off officially here. And if you could do me a quick favor, it looks like Ruth's on with us already. What's up, Ruth? Sun is shining there, it looks like. You guys can just let me know if my audio is coming through okay, because I did have to reconnect. And I want to make sure that that's going good before we get rocking and rolling here officially. And then we will kick this off. All right. And yeah, patience is your golden ticket. All right. And then we'll kick this off. Good morning. Great audio. Awesome. Thanks you, Elizabeth. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, it looks like there's like a little bit of a delay. But all right, let's get cooking here. What do you say? First off, before we do, any of you that are usually on my coffee talks here in the morning, this past weekend, we had a weekend off of beach volleyball. So we had a weekend off. I got some chores done around the house and had some company over yesterday and was able to just kind of chill and relax. And yeah, I'm kind of feeling it today, though. I didn't drink all that much, had a few beers, but I don't know if it was the food or whatever. Maybe it was the sun. I'm just feeling like I was out all night at a rock concert, and I wasn't. I literally went to bed at probably, after cleanup, about 11 o'clock, which is a little bit late for me. But yeah, I'm feeling a little foggy this morning. So we got to get kicked into high gear here. All right, so let's do it. We're going to kick this thing off. This is your Monday mindset, and we'll get rocking and rolling here. And I'm just going to cue it up. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. This is going to be your Monday mindset. And if you are listening to this on a Wednesday, well, it's your Wednesday mindset then. No, seriously. It doesn't really matter what day it is. I'm just doing these on Monday because if you are a listener of the podcast or if you are part of our coffee crew, our coffee talk, every Monday I come on here and try to share something with you that we can kind of get that thing, really thinking about this one little thing that we could be thinking about and go, you know what? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then you take that and carry it out through the rest of your week. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking, and I thought about this on my walk this morning because it just, man, it's so powerful if you just understand it. And that is patience. Patience is so hard. Who wants to throw, a fishing lure out there and just keep reeling that thing in and having the patience until one bites, right? It's like we all want it. Like now, especially in the world that we live in with social media and then instant gratification and the dopamine hit because we can go through our feed on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all of these different things that we don't even allow ourselves to just chill a little bit, okay? And so what I'm going to really be speaking to, and this goes for anything, is patience, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I see a lot of people start something. They might do it for a month or two, and then they say, I either lost interest or I'm not getting the results that I think I should be getting. And one of the common ones, lately, we've been talking a lot about niche properties, right? Digital real estate, as I call it. I've been talking a lot about that. And it's just like regular real estate. You have to have patience with the equity. I was actually hanging out with a buddy of mine yesterday. And we were talking about, he wants to do an Airbnb. And he wants to do one that's near the ocean and all of that stuff. And he's talking about possibly taking equity out of his home and putting it into another home so he can make it an Airbnb. And I said, well, what's the cash flow going to be? Like, what's the He goes, I'm not really concerned with the cash flow. I'm just going to look at the equity. And I'm like, yeah, but equity is going to take 5 to 10 years. And he's like, yeah, I know, but that's still equity. And I'm like, I know, but I want like returns like quicker. And I like equity, and I've got that in my other my Airbnb. But with that being said, I also have a good cash flow on that because it's a high it's a lake house. It's very expensive, and it's a different clientele. So I'm okay with that. But you got to have patience in the real estate game, right? You got to have patience. You got to have money. You got to have patience. If you are building a niche property, if you're building a website, there needs to be things done and put in place. And then you don't have to like set it and forget it, but almost in a sense of like, and I'll give you an example. If you're posting, and I've seen this happen, if you're posting a piece of content today, right, you've got to wait like, I would say a minimum of 4 months before you even touch it if you want to touch it. Like, oh, I don't think the thing's moving, right? And I talked about this the other day, that we're not giving it either the right title or any of that stuff, right? But let's say that we are giving all of the, the Google love out there. We're giving it the good title. We're giving it good keywords. We're giving it a well-written article. We're doing all that stuff, but we're still not letting it kind of run its course. And I saw this firsthand just the other day when I was in my analytics. I have a post right now that's starting to show signs of life, and it's been over 13 months. Okay. Now there's something that, and I'll probably do a whole nother episode on this, is like getting out of the Google Sandbox, but they call it the Google Sandbox, meaning that you're kind of in like a probation phase in your first 6 to 8 months. And so as you're creating content, you're not going to get as much love. That's why some people want to buy an expired domain, and you want to possibly have some age to a domain, but you're in that 6 to 8 month window. So before you can really even say, this thing, I'm not really getting any traffic or analyzing anything, is you got to give it 6 to 8 months, and preferably longer. Okay. So that has to do with patience. And the reason why people will start this and then say it doesn't work is because they'll do 10 articles and then go, I'm not getting any traffic. I think I'm just going to stop and do something else. If you would just continue, then you will, get those results. I've got 2 examples. The one is I just shared with you where we created a piece of content over 13 months ago, and it literally had 0 visits. Then maybe it would have 5, and then it would have maybe 20. Then maybe it went to 50. Then it went back down to 30. And this was over the course of like the last 10, 12 months. And now all of a sudden we're getting 100 a day, sometimes 125. And it's just crazy because we got to give it time. Okay. And anything that I ever see in there, as far as stuff that we're posting, I always can see like month 1, month 4, month 6. That's when I start seeing life. The other little experiment that we did, and we didn't even do it purposely, is we created a website, let's see, over a year and a half ago now. No, almost a year and a half ago. We published 13 pieces of content on it, and we let it sit. And the only reason why we did that is because we were using it as an example site to kind of teach inside of BCA. And I went back to it the other week, and I said, I'm going to just look at the analytics and see what's going on here. We're getting like 1,400 page views a month, and we didn't do anything with it. We just let it sit. Well, that also shows you that you got to kind of let things sit. That's only 13 articles. Imagine if I kept posting on that every single month like I've done my other ones. Where would it be? Well, the other cool thing is now that site is kind of out of the sandbox, so we can start publishing and maybe get a little bit of quicker results. But I'm always looking at the 6-month window. So that goes for anything, right? So my daughter's into beach volleyball. You got to have patience. You got to grow. You got to learn. You have to put in the reps like I've talked about before. Okay. But you got to have patience. That, my friends, is the golden ticket, really. It really, truly is. If you can understand that, and yes, we all love to start things, but we have to finish things. We have to stay consistent, and we got to be committed to that process. And then from there, we have to set it and somewhat forget it, right? I had someone the other day that's in BCA, And he was like, I posted 50 articles and I'm not really seeing the traffic yet. 50 articles today. How many did you post 6 months ago? You posted 5. So those are the 5 that you really could be going like, oh, I wonder what they're getting, if they're getting anything at all. That's where I might start to look at those. But until then, I'm not looking at that. I'm just plowing ahead. That's it. Okay. So patience, no matter what you're doing. If you're listening to this and you're like, Scott, well, I'm not doing that niche property thing. I am building an Amazon business. I'm doing an eBay business. I'm doing an Etsy business. That doesn't matter. I guarantee in the beginning, you're not going to have the success that you will have if you keep going. You have to keep going, and you can't look at something and go, oh, I ran this thing over here and I didn't get the result. It's going to take time to either learn how to modify, how to tweak, how to pivot, all of those things. There's never going to be a one size fits all. There's never going to be something that you're just going to put in the work that one day, and then all of a sudden you're like, look at me, I'm in shape. I only had to work out once. Patience. All right. So I want you to attack this week and think about patience. And I don't mean patience in like, oh, I'm not going to do anything now. No, slow and steady, patience on the stuff that you might be overanalyzing or thinking that stuff should be getting better results by now, right? Because sometimes you're just not giving it enough, meaning you're not giving it enough time, okay? And you have to give it more time, all right? So hopefully this Monday mindset helped you and got you thinking to yourself, am I maybe not like waiting long enough? Am I overthinking this? Am I thinking that I should have better results even though I've only been at this for 3 months? Ask yourself those questions and go at the week with a little bit of patience, consistency, but patience, and just keep plowing ahead. All right. So that's it. That's your Monday mindset. Get out there and make it happen. Take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon. Cut. All right, guys. Man, I'll tell you what, yesterday had a great day, but I feel a little off. Again, the other day I fell off. I feel a little off. What's up? Hong, what's up? Good evening. Must be evening where you are. All right. I'm going to answer this other question. Let's see here. Okay, cool. How long does it take for Google Analytics to start showing traffic? If people are visiting, does it show up immediately on Analytics? Yeah, it will. You can see it in real time. So yeah, you absolutely will see that. And the other thing is though, is just make sure that your Google Analytics is all set up properly. There's plugins and stuff that you can use for that, but yeah, make sure that your analytics is set up properly. Because that's the worst thing you want to do is go in there and go, oh, I got nothing. But really you do. It's not porting it over. So make sure that you do that. What's up, Karen? I'm glad that you like that. Yeah. Patience. I'm telling you what, every time that I look back at something, especially in this whole create content, get it published, man, if you just look at that graph, it's usually the 6 to 8 month mark, usually. But it is staying consistent. And yeah, it's just crazy, So if you look at it that way and you're like, okay, I created 10 pieces of content today, published them today. Those are 10 things now that in 6 months, 8 months, a year could be producing, the content. But if you only do one and then you sit back for 6 months and go, I'm going to wait until I see that piece of content getting traffic, you might be waiting a little while, and you might not ever see that, because here's the other thing. You might create 20 posts and only 5 of them actually get you good traffic. The other ones are just kind of trickle, they kind of trickle in some people. So it is a numbers game. It is a numbers game. Let's see. When should you tweak or pivot if results take 13 months? In Salama, I think what do you mean tweak and pivot? You mean the content and then analyzing that, or maybe you can just clarify that for me. Elizabeth says, I second your response. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that is pretty much our Monday mindset. I did want to obviously answer those questions that came through. I will be back here Wednesday. If you guys have anything that you want me to go over, discuss, go deeper on, let me know. I'm thinking Wednesday, I may be discussing, I haven't decided yet. I may be discussing one of two things. I have our fifth little project that we're going to be working on, our niche property, which which Friday I spent $9,000 basically purchasing an expired domain, and I basically committed to having 75 pieces of content created. More on that to come, but I'll just throw it out there. Am I all in on this digital real estate and on the niche properties? Yeah, I think so. I think I am. If I drop $9,000 on Friday, and yeah, I think I'm in on this. And then the other one is there's another project that we started, the one I mentioned that we started, that we kind of just did it as an example, and then we kind of let it sit. That one there, we're going to start building out pretty aggressively too. And maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of give like the 12-month plan for that. And then I can kind of break that down, what that looks like and what we're going to be doing. I'm getting very, very aggressive with my content creation. I'm outsourcing all of it. And I'll be definitely discussing more of that. But I'll be discussing even more of that inside of our niche properties class. So anything that we do there that's relevant to that, we'll be updating and adding. And then the inside of Brand Creators Academy is where we do our monthly calls, our bi-weekly calls, and then any discussion on that, sharing all of that stuff we're doing inside of BCA. So yeah. So anyway, a lot of cool things to come. If you are interested in this niche properties thing and you have not jumped into our niche properties class, you can do that now. And I have a link all set up, and it works actually. buildnicheproperties.com. So if you go there, you can now go through that training. That is going to be available to the public now. We're making it available, and we're going to really, really focus on that model. So once again, if you're interested, head on over to buildnicheproperties.com. If you're inside BCA, you're getting full access to that. You should already have access to that. And our upcoming calls will probably be geared around this. And then we are going to be doing a bonus niche drill down, a validation session for the niche properties class. So if you are inside of the class in that training, that will appear inside of the portal. Once we get done with that, that will most likely be a live one as well. And then also, if you have not joined yet, but you joined before we do that live niche drill down, you can be part of that as well. And like I said, I think we're going to do that one live. So that'll be another bonus that we're doing for the niche properties class. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. Like I said, have an awesome, amazing day. Take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.